Here we are, folks, once again. I wish I could stop talking about this, but it's like every day, more and more stuff comes out. And this might be some of the worst stuff we've seen involving Kris Tyson. This is the nail on the coffin. This is it. Like, I don't think there's any reason for me to make a follow-up video after this. So much evidence has came out since this new DM leak. It's wild, y'all. Like, so much stuff involving both Kris Tyson, MrBeast. There's even an alleged tweet from Kris Tyson's sister that states that everything he was doing was a fetish the whole time and he would dress up in their clothes. Y'all, this is going to be a very wild video. I'm going to be trying to go over it in the best detail as I could, but this is new developing stuff. It's pretty crazy. It's a lot of DMs from this Discord server. And like I said, it's not just Kris Tyson that's involved in these DMs. We also see MrBeast get brought up. But before I get into that, I wanted to go over this alleged tweet from Kris Tyson's sister. Now, I don't know if this is her actual account. From everything I've seen, this is people saying this is Kris Tyson's sister, but with the internet, you never know. The tweet that I'm looking at doesn't have a fact check, but that can't for sure prove anything right or wrong. So I'm going to say this again. This is alleged. But if this is true, this shows again that Kris Tyson did this stuff for the sole fact that he was a degenerate. You know what I mean? In my opinion, I don't think Kris Tyson is somebody who actually transitioned because they felt as though, you know, they were a female in their heart. I don't think that happened. I can't say that for sure, but I'm still not going to be using those pronouns because I don't feel like Kris Tyson has any room to be respected. That's it. That's the bottom line. This has nothing to do with them being trans. It has to do with my respect for them. Simply. I'm just going to state that again. So the tweet reads, "I'm his sibling. He, and I use the correct pronoun, told me that he got fully aroused when he secretly stole my female clothes and put them on. He's deluded and disturbed, and it's 100% of f***. He's narcissistic, and professionals have told him he needs a full psych eval." So like I said, if this is real, this just goes to show that he's a sex pest. Either way, I have no respect for Kris, but that's just another reason why we shouldn't be lumping him in with the transgender community or trying our hardest to respect his pronouns and respect how he feels. I just don't think that should be the case here. And to further back up my claim, we have these crazy DMs that have come out from the Discord. Everything that I'm going to be getting is from Drama Alert. I didn't feel like sifting through all the DMs because so much has come out. If you guys want to go look at that yourself, there's places where you can find them and then you can download like each individual screenshot. But for today, I'm just going to be focusing on the really big stuff. Like I said, most of it stems from the Drama Alert account. This first one shows an account named Discount Milk. I have no idea who Discount Milk is, but they show up a lot. They send an attachment, and Kris the meme god, so Kris Tyson, says she's only 14. Damn. Sends another attachment. Some person named Moofy says, "What did you think she was?" Another person replies, 16 and legal in some states. Moofy says, "Of course." And then some other person with a name that I can't pronounce says, "If she's 14, I'm 14. Some of that could maybe be interpreted as like edgy jokes. I've seen a lot of people using that defense, especially when it came to like MrBeast saying stuff about Bad Baby. But it's such a horrible joke to make. Even at that time, I feel like it's a really horrible joke to make. And it's kind of hard when you're somebody like MrBeast and you were around YouTube at that time, because the landscape has changed so much and MrBeast has changed his whole image. He did a whole 180. You know what I mean? He flipped around from being like some edgy spam tuber, basically, where he used to just count to 1,000, you know, to get a bunch of viewers, or count to 100,000 or whatever, some weird arbitrary number. And he would kind of just spam the algorithm with stuff like that. That was his whole thing. And then he flipped it around to, doing a lot more thought out content, heavily scripted stuff that is more comparable to like reality TV. So while I did see a lot of people using that defense, it's kind of hard to defend him once you see he was in this Discord chat. He's seen the messages that were taking place between minors and Kris at the time. He knew about the NSFW chat. He had to have known about these things if he was this involved in the Discord server. So I hate to break it to you, but in some aspects, MrBeast was involved. I don't know if it was directly, but he at least indirectly stood back as these things took place. And more stuff is coming out about, the work environment when it comes to MrBeast filming videos. I have nothing to say there. You know what I mean? I need to do more research, and maybe that can be a whole nother video. But so far, what's came out has just been like hearsay, I believe. I don't know if like any strong evidence has came out, but like I said, I could be wrong because I haven't done 100% research. This is just stuff I've seen, scrolling through social media. So I have no idea if more things have came out related to the work environment that happens in the MrBeast videos or happens throughout filming. But all I could say is that he definitely knew about the Kris Tyson situation in some way. We know this is a fact because we see that same account from earlier, Discounted Milk, say, no, he's not. His isn't big enough. I know. So they start talking about Kris's size. MrBeast then responds to this account and says, no, I know his size and it's huge. Discounted Milk says, I'll at Kris the meme god. And then Kris responds with, haha, at MrBeast joins in the comments on my size. I love it. So I don't know. This might have been a fake account. I'm sure MrBeast might try to use that excuse, but it's kind of hard to say at this point. Why would Kris be directly responding to some fake account and acting as if it was MrBeast? It just doesn't seem right. He was definitely there and he definitely knew what was taking place. Definitely allegedly knew what was taking place. You know what I mean? MrBeast is a big figure, so it's kind of hard to throw out claims like that. But I mean, come on. Here it is. You can see the DMs. I don't know what else to tell y'all. But as far as MrBeast goes, like I said, that's all we have. Most of it seems indirect. It seems like he was just there sort of watching, not saying anything. But I didn't see any creepy DMs between MrBeast or anybody, but I could be wrong. This is just the main DMs that I've seen come out, and most of it's been from Drama Alert because Keem seems to be really on this stuff, especially because this had to do with that Shadman guy, and we all know the history between Shadman and Keem. It's completely disgusting what that guy did. Speaking of Shadman, we see more references to his art in these DMs, including Kris being called the Law God. The same account, Discount Milk, says, at Kris the meme god, Law God is back. Somebody replies with designated Lolly. A person by the name of Daddy Log says, yeah, it's me. Nicholas says, yay, you're back. Somebody does a ooh woo. So it's really hard. There's not a lot of context here, but just somebody calling him the Lolly God looks really bad in this scenario, especially considering the art that he was partaking in, the people that he was talking to, you know what I mean? It seems like there's a trend here. Kris Tyson had issues. That's what I said in my first video, and I had a lot of people that were defending him, trying to say we don't have proof, yada, yada, yada. The same people that were trying to defend him now know for a fact that he was doing bad stuff and agree with me. Trust me, like, I don't just go at somebody for no reason. A lot of people thought it was just like a hatred that I had or like some personal vendetta. It's not. I just knew that there was something bad about this. I knew that there was something up when it came to the Kris Tyson stuff initially. I mean, you can look at those DMs and you already know that no adult should be interacting with a minor like that, period. Speaking of that, I just want to go on a short side tangent on that. The person also did come out and say that they retract their statement and that they looked over the DMs and feel as though they were most likely being So even the person, the initial person that everybody was like, you got to listen to the victim, listen to the victim. They came out in retrospect and realized that the scenario that they were in wasn't exactly the same that they thought as a child. And that's usually how grooming works. They had to see it on a wider scale instead of just seeing it as a simple relationship that they had with a important figure. Like I was saying, we see Shadman mentioned again. Kris just shares their website. You know, it's crazy. It's sick. I mean, come on. It's obvious. It's right out in the open. It wasn't just one piece of art. This person was definitely friends with Shadman. No question about it. All right, now let's get to the NSFW channel. This is some of the most damning stuff. This proves that Kris Tyson didn't care about children at all when it came to the Discord server. He knew that children were in there and he was still talking about these things. I might also talk about this roleplay stuff that he did, but it's kind of awkward. I don't know if I want to read it out. So now let's talk about this DM exchange that happened between Kris and somebody who goes by the name Brooks the Mom. Brooks says, I don't have any issue with the channel, and this is the NSFW channel they're talking about. What I have an issue with are the minors that have access to said channel. Kris the Meme God says, is there even a way to do that? I think he's like saying, is there even a way to ban kids from the channel? And you actually could put age restrictions on your channel. While they're pretty easy to get through, it's still a good way to at least, you know in your mind that you're saying that this is an 18+ channel. I know there's even more, like if you download bots and stuff, you can definitely get things closed. A server is just not something where it's like it's open and there's nothing I can do about it. There's definitely ways where you can close channels and make them age restricted on Discord. But I don't know, maybe back in 2017 things were different and just Discord was like the wild, wild west. I have no idea. Discounted Milk says, no, not really. And then Kris says, so what do we do, lol? Remove it? Yes, that's what you do. You should have never had that in the first place with a Discord full of minors. I don't care what time frame it is. I don't care what people were saying on YouTube. I don't care what edgy jokes people were making. There's no reason at any point in time that minors should have been on this dude's Discord server with NSFW stuff being shared and things like size being discussed out in the open. It's just weird, dude. And then Kris the Meme God comes up with this defense. He says, yeah, true. And I mean, to be frank, the internet is full of porn. And then he also has the gall to say, what am I, a parent? Dude, you're giving these minors access to this stuff. You're supposed to be seen as a mentor, as a powerful figure, right? That's the relationship you're supposed to have. If you have any sort of relationship with somebody who's younger. This is disgusting, dude. It's disgusting. Like, yes, you're supposed to close the channel, and no, you're not their parent, but you're an adult. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. If you're an adult, then there's a certain way that you should be treating children. You should know how to interact with somebody who's younger without being a complete and total creep or making choices like this. It's super easy. It's super easy, bro. Just don't be weird. So this 100% proves that Kris Tyson had some crazy tendencies. I mean, the DMs already proved that he was doing stuff in private. Look at the stuff that he was doing out in the open. This is wild. On a Discord server, bro, this is like some Nova Online type stuff. And this is somebody who's an employee of MrBeast or was an employee of MrBeast. I mean, now, of course, they've been fired after everything that's came out. It had to happen, right? Like, there was no going around it. It had to happen. And it's good on MrBeast that he got on that as quick as he did. I mean, he did take a little bit of time, but it was pretty fast. He didn't hold out, that's for sure. And you can also kind of see this weird opposing thing where Kris Tyson says that he stepped away to be closer to his family, while MrBeast says that he cut ties with Kris Tyson. So you kind of have conflicting messages here. I don't know what happened. Was he fired? Did he step away? Somebody needs to come out with a real statement, because I don't know here. You know what? I mean, I'm looking over and I'm going to include them because I feel like they're partially important, but I don't feel like I need to read them out. They're weird. And it's the role play. Obviously, I don't know how old these people are. Some of them might be minors. I have no idea. But either way, like if he's role playing weird stuff like this in a Discord server full of minors, it's bad, bro. If it's a joke or not. Nuzzles Peen? Really, dude? Nuzzles Peen? Who are you, brother? Ooh woo? Unzips dick. That's wild, dude. That's just wild right there, bro. Yeah. Keep your kids away from Kris Tyson. Keep your kids away from MrBeast. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Also, become a member. You get videos early. You get members only videos. You get priority reply. You get a bunch of special shit. So make sure you become a member. It's awesome. Everybody loves becoming a member. Ask anybody who's a member. Right now, comment if you're a member. Tell everybody how much you love it. All right, y'all. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.